Okay, welcome to a very, very wet Costa Rica. It's a very wet country right now. It has been raining. I don't know if you can see the rain. It has been raining for 3 straight consecutive non-stop days, and we are now entering into our 4th day of rain without ceasing, without letting up. It's just been this steady, see the water coming down the gutter line. Steady flow of water. This is all happening to us because of the tropical storm system, Tomas, that's in the Caribbean, and it seems to just be hovering in Central America and getting us very wet. Brian and I today, we drove into town. Not the smartest thing to do in this kind of conditions, but we had to go get food. And landslides on the roads. Some of the bridges are out. They were only letting 1 car over the bridges at a time. We were kind of fretful that same bridge maybe was closed. We weren't sure how we were going to get back, but fortunately they fixed it. Here in our neighborhood, some major problems with one of the roads in this neighborhood, which maybe tomorrow I'll get out there and show you some photos of that. And maybe we'll just walk around the farm and look at what's happening. Costa Rica as a country is having a national emergency, and there's flooding all over the coast. When we drove to town today, the rivers are rocketing. There is so much water in those rivers, and they are the highest I've ever witnessed, and all that water is going out to the coast, and the coastline is flooded. They're saying a lot of the roads down at the coast have been washed out, which would be very unfortunate. And the farm itself is actually doing really well. Last year's rainy season, we implemented a lot of measures to kind of control the water flow, and all of those seem to be working really well. So we've not had any flooding on the farm itself, and no roof leaks or anything of the sort. It's really just for us roads, and as a country, it's the infrastructure. As a matter of fact, one of the roads about 2 kilometers out is not passable at the moment, and so we're using our neighbor's four-wheeler, her ATV, to get all of our gear past the really bad spot in the road. We're leaving our car parked on the other side for the time being. So a bit of adventure here. Brian's out on the ATV right now doing the last load, and I'm sure he's loving it. And we'll see if we can capture some footage of water happening here on the farm. Completely drenched. I just want to demonstrate that our infrastructure in terms of lights and high-speed internet are all holding on through this tropical storm. It's really mainly for us at the farm. We're just having a hard time with the roads. The gardens are just sort of sitting in pools of water. Lots of water drainage happening all over the farm. More pools of water. Just not going anywhere. The ground is so wet and saturated. And here comes the rest of our food, because our car could not get past the road. The damage was so great. Did you enjoy yourself?
It's awesome.
Alright, happy day. This is where the road just fell at about 2 feet. It's just sinking like a sinkhole. You can see here the grass, and that lip there is how far it fell. Brian just lost his shoe in the mud. Part of what happened too when the road fell is the pipe broke, and this was Linda's water. So they've had to dig out the pipe to find where it broke. There again, you can see the depth of the sinkage. The road used to be up that high, and now it's not. Not passable. Barely got an ATV through here today. This is the second place where the road just dropped. That's new. That formed in the last 24 hours, and up there is the original. Cracks the whole way down. Vertical cracks in the road. where the cement drainage system is just buckled. Hi again. It's still raining. Started raining on Monday. It is now Friday, so we are going into day 5 of this nightmare. And I'm going to show you all the runoff happening here. It's been raining, have I said this yet? Non-stop. There has not been a single hour in the last 5 days where it stopped raining. It might go a little bit slower than it is right now, but it's basically this kind of pace rain. Last night, honestly, was a really big rain. It rained really hard for about 10 hours straight last night. Woke up this morning to learn there's a little avalanche right in front of Linda's house. Linda's the lady that leads our guests on horseback riding tours. It basically means we're locked in here. We can't get our car out until we get a bulldozer in. All the water in the farm comes kind of towards this low point. The waterfall's forming. There's one. And all the water's heading downhill. Rain's pretty light right now. That's one reason I'm out with this camera. It's not so bad for us being, you know, locked in with the landslide blocking our car in. Because we have that greenhouse and our own food growing here. And a kitchen full of produce. Because our swales are flooded. So the hill, that's the common area. And you kind of dig swales into the earth along the hillsides to catch the runoff. In a normal rain situation, catching the runoff helps you catch and maintain the topsoil that has all the great micronutrients in it. In this case, our swale is just flooded. It's just the water running downhill. Its natural course. This is another natural gully on the farm. All the water from the yoga platform, that hill, is all coming to here. This is usually dry. There's usually not a creek here. Usually just grass growing, you know? And now we have a river. In rainy season, this river actually uphill here, water just springs up out of the ground uphill there. Only in really heavy rainy season, which this definitely qualifies. Water popping up out of the earth, I mean a birth spring. They're all over Costa Rica. And we have full year birth springs. We have one on this farm that's all year round. And then the country has a lot of just rainy season birth springs because the earth is so wet and so saturated and the water's got to come out. And it just forms these spontaneous birth springs. Which is kind of what's happening to our road. Part of our road. There's a birth spring popping up underneath it. There's a little waterfall in there, heading downstream into this jungle. We have a gorgeous swimming hole that's usually dry. And the water going onward. So I'm at the bottom of the farm, and that is all the water exiting. The word on Costa Rica now is a country. San Jose, the capital city, has flooding. Escazú, which is a wealthy suburb of San Jose, has flooding. There's a city called Cartago, major industrial area for Costa Rica. Big plains, and all the industry is built up on these plains, and those plains are all flooded. And the coast, there's a coast town called Carita. Under 1 meter of water, that would be 3 feet of water. And majority of the coastal towns are getting washed out right now. So we really hope Tomas moves away quickly. Every day we think it's going to be the last day. We are very excited to see sun. God willing, she shows herself soon. But we're okay here on the farm. We're digging ourselves out. You know, the road situation, the bulldozers are on their way. And we'll we'll be good to go. So this is living in the tropics in rainy season, a particularly stormy one with Tropical Storm Tomas. Love to all. Bye.